Good day, everybody. Welcome to Bird Speaks Tarot. Thanks for joining me today. As always, thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. This is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. YouTube. I feel like I have an important message coming down the line today, though maybe it's just about what we're going to be wearing. We'll see. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I made it. I'm a little off today. So bear with me if you feel like listening to me sounds like my brain is skipping, because that's kind of what it feels like. Sinus infections are fun. Infection, whatever, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like my head's in a fishbowl. But I did do a pre-shuffle with my handwritten cards, and it looks like there's an open case or a case opening on a former employer of yours and your family members. Former employer could be a Pisces or Aquarius, maybe somewhere on the cusp. Could be just a Pisces, to be honest, but as we get into it, we'll figure it out. Bird, what do you got to say today? I actually have birds. We have a lot going on. I have birds, and I just gave 2 of them. I have 6, 7. They're just little zebra finches, and I just gave my bird a bird bath because they have 2 of them have a foot issue, bumblefoot. So like it's just like I personally feel like somebody's trying to slow me down. And if you watched yesterday's reading, which hopefully I have posted, because sometimes I just film them and I don't post them. But I did record one, and in there I was saying, or the mountain came out, which is obstacles and delays, right? So first card out, we have South Node Past. I know that Virgo is currently in their South Node. Oh, the number on this card is 33, interestingly enough. So whatever happened in the past, it could have been last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago, will be revealing itself. The darkness is coming to the light within this new season. We're starting here. I mean, Saturn is moving into Aries, and that's going to be war, and it's going to be war on the, well, micro, macro. Okay, look at the government. What's happening with all those guys now and those e-files. That's also happening on the micro. So if you didn't know, your town is run by Masons. Oddfellers, Shriners. If you're not part of these groups and you're trying to run, say, for like town hall or something, you're not getting in. You are not part of the big club. Or maybe you are, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I just realized I made my birds an egg for calcium, and I just heard the stove go off, which I forgot about, because if I wouldn't have started just yet. So I might have to pause. So numbers. Maybe the numbers are funny, because it did, I keep being drawn back to this one. Possibly numbers are funny at a business, at your former employer's business, whatever business that may be. You know, anything from hair salon to restaurant, fast food, sit down, The numbers could be off, or it could just be like, well, the numbers I find interesting is right beside the number 33, so, you know, somebody forgot to do the math, or somebody didn't know what time it was when they came against you. They about to find out. So Moonology, what do we got going on? Bird, what's the moon saying? I need one card, please. One card. These always pop 2 cards out. And, you know, I'm at the point where if Bird wants 2 cards, then Bird wants 2 cards. We'll give Bird 2 cards. Okay, there we are. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. I think very shortly we'll be having, is it Uranus moving to Gemini? I think it is. I'd have to double check the planets. I mean, I look at them every day, but at this age, things don't stick. Okay, calm down, Lee. No, that would be... That's actually... Yeah, I'm wrong. Oh, no, I'm right. Sorry. Uranus is currently in Taurus. I think it retrograded into Gemini not that long ago, and so... Or it retrograded into Taurus and will be moving back into Gemini. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think I'm on it with that. Communication is key, so make sure you're getting whatever word you need out. Take action. So maybe you need to say something that you haven't been saying. If you've been holding back, can you see that? Take action. I love the art on these cards. I know if I had an opportunity to take action against my former employer when it comes to what happened with that Mason, I for sure would. If I had the opportunity, if somebody needed some clarification on what, say, was going on when I was there, I'm your girl, okay? I love to talk. So if you need me, come get me. Just saying. I always like to get an animal oracle out. I find I get a lot of information from these cards as far as energy goes, or the personality of these people, or I don't think I've ever read the actual description besides the first page of the book, because it's a really old deck, and it's like ye old servants. I don't know. It's, you know, it's like reading like Shakespeare or something. So as you can tell about art, it's a little bit older as well. But this is a wolf. It is a lone wolf. There is no pack here. So, and on the bottom we have crane. Now the wolf usually symbolizes using your intuition to guide you. You know, good survival instincts. This one happens to be a lone wolf. So it seems like you've been separated from your pack, or there's a lone wolf going against his pack, maybe. We'll see. Let's get some more cards on the table. I consider myself a lone wolf, to be honest. I just, that's how I like it. I operate better that way, and that's just learned experience. So, South Node. South Node. So South Node also talks about things in the past. Things, I mean, again, in the past could be a past life. It could be this life. And we have coming out in this position again, came out again later this week in the same position, what I like to call the Madonna Whore card. It could be describing how you're innocent, virtuous. It could also just be talking about sexuality in general. Funny enough, it can the white lily can symbolize elders, winter. Ooh, one card, please, Spirit. So one for numbers. So in the past, maybe there's some confusion. Well, I don't know if it's confusion. There's talk about your morality, because that's really what Madonna Whore card is about. Maybe also ethics, right? Your morals, your ethics. There may have been something about your past. I mean, we all kind of have a past, right? I know I happen to be so wise from all my experience. Not saying I have a lot of experience that way. You know, but I've gotten myself into like a lot of trouble, and it was partly due to the fact where I pretty much didn't have parents, and every lesson that I learned the hard way on my own at a young age. And of course, there's always new levels, new devils. Always keep learning. Caffeine. Okay, so we're talking about like the morals, ethics of a lady. Yeah, I want to stick with the morals and ethics of that, because it's really coming towards me. It really feels like it is talking about like possibly even this lady's reputation, whether granted or made up. Like, have you ever dated somebody that you decided wasn't gonna be someone you wanted to be with? You didn't sleep with them. It was just like, thanks, nice to know ya. I'm gonna friend zone you, or you know, just part ways. And they go around town telling people you're this, that, and the other thing, and that they had a good time with you, but nothing else. You're not good for anything else. When I see 33, you know, either you're with them or you're not. So maybe, like, if you've even dated a Mason, keep that all in mind. Next card coming out is the Sun. So we could be talking about a really happy lady, or we could be talking about exposure. Communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. Geminis love to talk. And this, take action. Woo! Take action. End this. End it. What are we ending? What are we ending? I need one for Lone Wolf and the Scythe. Okay. So maybe it's over for this hunter predator. I'm sorry, wolf. I love wolves. But you also are, besides being really cool, a hunter and a predator. And that may be where this reading is going. Underlying energy is cycles. I know that, you know, we're really right now at the filming of this video ending a lot of cycles. It's the end of the snake. I got a snake in the snake year, and I love her so much. You know, they got a bad rap when it comes to things, but I don't know, mine's so sweet, and most snakes are so sweet. But speaking of snakes, okay, Cleo. Yeah, okay, so now my cat is jealous maybe that I've been talking about a snake, because she's starting to be a pain in the butt. Hold on. There's my snake, and there's my kitty cat. Say hi, kitty. Okay. I'm paying attention to you now, kitty. You can sit on my lap. Can you please stop messing around? Okay, I hope that's good. So, cycles. We're ending the year of the snake. We're getting into the year of the fire horse, I believe mid-February. Also, eclipse. We're having an eclipse in Virgo or Pisces. So, like, you know, something's actually wrapping up because back in, was it March of 2020? Was it not last year, so it must have been 2024 we had that eclipse. It was really visible where I live in Canada. It was amazing. And that actually kicked off, like, this cycle. So I think we're wrapping that up. Things are coming to a close, and I'm very excited about it because I love, you know, endings. I would love to end this cycle personally for me. This is your destiny. The stars are coming out to clarify. It's also wish fulfillment. Destiny, wish fulfillment, celebrity, maybe, maybe, because I'm thinking with this Lily again, morals and ethics, maybe it has something to do with your reputation, where you come from, maybe your starseed. Maybe it's something like something you said in the past is gonna go viral, whether that be in where you live or online. So numbers in this female bird, we need a card. Thank you. Okay, so we got the ring out here again. So we're definitely talking about. Well, now that I'm looking at this one, this looks to be like commitment, promises, marriage. Where this one feels like it's about cycles. That's what I'm getting. Somebody is either committed or want to commit to this lady, this Mrs. Somebody has promised this lady something or is going to be promising this lady something. Promising a key. The key here in this context, again, we have 33. Did you notice that? So there's no way we're not talking about the Masonic Brotherhood. If you've heard, in Toronto, they just arrested like a bunch of them, police officers, for being in cahoots. And conspiring. Okay, I don't have all the details. Maybe I shouldn't assume, but I know it has something to do with the Masons and the Toronto police. I'm not saying all Masons are bad either, actually. I think that there are groups within groups, unfortunately. I think, you know, in this case, we'll stick to the meaning with this card. This could either open doors for you or close them. Being a Mason can open doors for you, or being on the bad side of Masons can close them. And I think that honestly has to do with the good group or the bad group. Like if you had a business and you were going to hire somebody and some rando came in who you don't know, or somebody who is from a Masonic lodge from another town, so you don't know them either, but you know they're a Mason, so you know that they've been vouched by somebody. I do believe Masons are invite only, or you're like, I want to say grandfathered in, like if your dad, I know if your husband, you can be like an Eastern Star. Let's see what else we got here. So something, okay, so this came out in reverse earlier, case closed. It is, which to me means a case has been opened. And that's kind of looking at this as well. So I know that's going on in Toronto, but I have a feeling it's going to go from West Coast to East Coast and maybe even global. Like I said, those e-files came out and we're about to learn a lot. Some of us know about this and have been trying to yell at the top of our lungs for years. Some of us are just finding out. And if you're just finding out, that's okay, because like some of this stuff that's coming out, people have a hard time even listening to, because the information, the things that have been done behind closed doors, I think make people feel stupid, tricked, duped, lied to. Like they also feel like, if they didn't know evil existed in the world before and living a really nice sheltered life. Unfortunately, I have not had a sheltered life. I grew up in a pool with sharks, and so I tend to know who, I know when I'm in a body of water with sharks, because that's where I grew up. And I live in a place just like that, and you do too, I'm sure of it, because it's everywhere. So we have the locket coming out. Maybe somebody, because the locket is love, compassion, love, compassion, caring, cherish. I'm hoping it's not somebody that you love passing away. Now it says it's falling under take action. Take passionate action. I mean, coffin doesn't always mean somebody passing away. It means, transitions, like a cycle ending. So maybe, this key here will lead you to something that you're really passionate about, closing out that cycle. But it is being side the scythe, which is warnings, danger. Well, if they're, keep this in mind, if they're trying to send somebody your way, maybe trying to trick you so they can do this, so they can cause some sort of accident, some sort of quick ending, because that's what that is. It's a quick ending. Maybe before a cycle happens. I don't know if you know this, but the Masonic Brothers, they dabble in the occult, which is just hidden knowledge, but they also, a high-ranking Freemason is a mage, a magician. They do magic, and if you don't know magic is real, well, it is. They try to teach you as a kid through cartoons that it's not, and that it's woo-woo, fairy tale stuff, but no. Ritual magic is being done every day. It's being done through... You can literally drive down the street of your town, drive down the main street of your town, and you are being bombarded with magic, manipulating your mind through signs and symbols that are used in businesses, small ones, big ones, anything from eye doctors. If you're seeing pyramids, triangles, shapes of eyes, the sun, these are all symbols being used by the powers that be. So under the lone wolf there, which, like I said, I consider myself to be a lone wolf, though I wouldn't consider myself a hunter or a predator, unless I'm like Buffy the Demon Slayer. Count me in. Maybe they're trying to get to you. That's what it feels like. I gotta erase maybe out of there, because it feels like they're trying to have some sort of quick ending. Watch where you're eating. Don't be accepting food from people. Gifts, anything along those lines. I need a clarification card for Scythe, please, Bird. That wanted to flip out, but it didn't. It will if it wants to. Okay, also saw the Tower. Prevent an ending. Anchor something in. Maybe you're ending. Jesus. Yeah, so they want to bring in this Tower fast. And at the bottom of the deck, underlying energy is something they've been doing repetitively, whether that be spell work or legitimately driving by your house, planting stuff in your yard, trying to, get you to go to unsafe places with unsafe people. Lay low right now. Don't accept any gifts because, like I said, the cycle's wrapping up. We have Friday the 13th happening this month, as well as, like I said, that eclipse that's wrapping up these cycles. It's going to be exciting. That, all this sounds really scary and bad, and I don't know. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. I've been, like I said, screaming at the top of my lungs for years. I've been in Facebook jail most of the last, God, since the whole pandemic. Yeah. Guaranteed on a government watch list over here. However, I thought the targeting started with COVID for me, but I realized after I've actually, no, it's been a long time. I don't know if I wasn't ready to see, I wasn't able to see, maybe I also trust. I trust the universe, I trust the Holy Spirit, I trust my path, I trust my guardian angels to lead me the right way, and if they wanted me to be in a place doing something, whether that, almost got me, that's what I'm going to do, because I know God got my back, okay? And I also know, during the 2019 and 2020, I was supposed to be doing exactly what I was doing. And I'm sure, maybe you understand why now after all this time, or, I don't want you to pick a side. Like, if you had to do what you had to do at the time, I don't blame you. Everybody did. And I'm hoping at this point that, you don't have crazy health problems, and I hope that you, instead of being mad at the people that were trying to tell you all this stuff, maybe just say, hey, what else you got? Because, I'm here. I'll tell you everything you need to know, okay, about these guys, about what's going on. You need my help, you need my advice, message me, call me. My info, I'll make sure is listed, somewhere in the description or whatever, which I don't have set up yet, by the way. And I also don't have, any way to donate just yet, but I'm working on it. So, come back and join me. And like I said, I'll have at least the information to reach out to me if you need any help with any understandings, advice, whatever it is. If you're just, confused about stuff, don't be afraid to reach out. So, I got the Kipper deck here. We got official person coming out when it comes to the South Node. Now, honestly, this, with the lilies and the stars and the official person, it's giving, because the lilies even could be a moral person, an elderly person, and this is an official person, maybe somebody who's crossed over. Someone maybe who crossed over a while ago. Let's get a few more to see, really. Sudden wealth. Numbers, that could even mean, honestly, that could mean money. Or the timing. And what I really like about this setup here is there's a 22, which is a master number, an 11, which is a master number, and of course 33 we have over here a couple times on the board as a master number. If you guys haven't heard of human design, look it up. Hopefully later on, because that's just not on the priority list right now. We'll start talking about the human design and things like that. But the next card out is communication is key. Under the key, possibly something's exposed, a case is open about somebody who tried to court you or about this couple. Case is opened on this couple or an ex maybe of yours. Poverty is coming out next for take action. Let's see. They're trying to put an ending to something you love, whether that be a person or put you in poverty, or a couple's going to be in poverty. Let me check something here because I do want to see. Yeah, because we've got courtship and we've got love here. And we've got ending. Something ended. Someone's in poverty. Somebody took action to end something with maybe a lover. And that ended them up in poverty. There's an end to this love, this lover. Like, did you maybe lose somebody that you were dating? I'm sorry if that happened. You know, I know people, unfortunately, like older couples, usually where when one passes away, the other one sometimes has a hard time with bills by themselves, right? Especially, like, say the man made the money and paid the bills and did all that stuff, which you find a lot in older generations. The man kind of takes care of that. And, now that he's gone, like, the lady is like, I've never talked to the power company in my whole entire life. Like, I'm supposed to do this now? I'm not sure yet what that is, but some sort of love ended and put somebody in poverty, or that's actually what they're trying to do. They're trying to put an end to something you love doing to put you into poverty. That feels plausible. That pain's pretty good. They're trying to put an ending to something you love. Do you own your own business? Okay, let's get a card out for the wolf, the lone wolf here with the, somebody wants to put an end to you soon, and we have a journey. Either, I don't know, leave the country, or have you leave the country, or just get rid of you in general. Is somebody hunting you, and then they're gonna leave? Or they're on the road to poverty over this? Bottom of the deck, underlying energy. We'll be hearing more about this soon. There's a message coming in. Email, text, mail, certified mail. The reason why I say certified mail is because I'm seeing that there's an official... Kitty, where are you going? There's an official stamp on this letter, and I feel like some information is coming in maybe from an official person. Interesting. Let's get some tarot. So as I'm looking in, we have something again to do with this couple. Something, there's an open case. That's because again, case closes pre-shuffle. What did I say in the beginning? So a former employer, possibly a Pisces, Aquarius, somebody that has something to do with the food industry or restaurant business. The reason why I say that is because McDonald's came out. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like somebody owns McDonald's, though that's possible. It could somebody, maybe somebody with the last name McDonald's. That's also possible. But it makes me think of, restaurant owner. But something to do with this, for sure, this couple. Though couple can mean a choice, but I'm feeling like this is actually a couple with this love here, this commitment here, this Madonna card. I'm not going to say that word again because I'm not sure if I'm a liar. YouTube, I should read the rules. I should read the rules for the YouTubes. What else do we got here? I'm interested in every single line here, and I'm trying to figure out where to start. So there's an official person coming forward. Maybe something destined to happen because the star is destiny. Something that happened in the past is now coming to the light with this cycle closing. What else? General. Bird, what do you want to talk about? Woo, that came out fast. So we're talking, we have Aquarius coming out here. And the star card is, hope, inspiration. We could be talking about a healer. We could be talking about something positive. Now, coming into this, we have the Hangman reverse. So maybe somebody is actually healed and been enlightened in a situation about something. Maybe a pattern has been discovered. Now, to me, when I see the Hangman this way, like the Hangman represents sacrifice, and that comes to mind with the unfortunate events over here with the scythe and the coffin there. Like if somebody tried to, I don't know, make sure that you can't talk. Maybe a lover that they sent in made sure that you can't talk for maybe trying to sacrifice you, because no offense, but that's what I think when I think of Masons. I think of blood sacrifices, blood oaths, Jekyll Island, what is it, Bohemian Grove, where, the elites go to make their plans for the world and do really crazy things, whether that be like, I'm not saying that they actually, sacrifice people, but I did see Alex Jones film a mock sacrifice. They say mock. We don't know what was really in there. It's just unfortunately not close enough. But there's lots of information on this stuff that's out there, and it's definitely coming out now. I suggest, I also feel like if you're here, you already know this. You already know this. Let's see. Poverty. Tell me about poverty. Bird wants to stick to... Okay, I'm really sorry. Tell me about sudden wealth. Oh, and this is this way. So maybe they couldn't sacrifice you, and you healed from whatever they were doing. Sudden wealth, please. Sudden wealth. We have a miser here, so maybe you were supposed to get something in the past. Something that was destined for you, that was held back. Somebody's holding on to your stuff. Somebody's trying to control this wealth. Maybe even by putting a ring on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if somebody knows that you're coming into some dollars, some coin, and for whatever reason they think, you know, they don't want you to have it for just being a controlling, kind of makes me think parents, maybe. Or maybe an old boss as well. I don't know how an old boss would be able to hold on to your stuff, but hey, you know, I've seen crazier. This person also may possibly be a Capricorn. Sometimes boss and father get mixed up as well. So keep that in mind. But so far it's looking like businesses. Courtship. So I normally don't take 3 cards, but and being guided to. This was somebody wants to come in with a love offer to court you. Either an emperor or somebody sent in by an emperor, which, funny enough, I just said boss or parent, like a dad, or a father figure, could be an uncle even. You know, not all families are... But somebody wants to send somebody in, like either an Aries, or somebody... like a boss or a dad is trying to send a partner in to, I don't know, either come in with a loving, compassionate, warm heart. They're taking action on this. So like if somebody shows up to your house on like Valentine's Day or something with, I don't know, like flowers and chocolates and being like, I love you. And you're like, what? I haven't seen you for years. What are you talking about? Or, dude, I legit ran into you at the grocery store like 5 times. Like, you love me? Like, do you know me? How do you love me? How do you love me? How do you love me? Okay, maybe you're pretty. Maybe whatever. But, like, if this person doesn't know you from a hole in the ground and all of a sudden is just, like, love bombing you, keep your eye open. And honestly, I tone in my personal advice with what's going on here. Don't date right now. Just take some time for yourself. Use your discernment, you know. Yeah, heed the warning. You know, maybe lay low. Lay low. Don't date. Skip this one. Like, let's at least get ourselves to the fire horse, you know, before we start doing new things. Because what we really want to do is wrap things up. And usually when you finish something, you need a little bit at the end of the night, just a little bit of time for yourself before you turn off the lights and pull the covers over your head, yeah? You know? Bert, I'm going to ask for one more card. Unfortunately, this is all the time I have for today. But I will be, well, maybe not today. I might be able to jump in here later, but, yeah, let's get one more card here, Bird. Tell me... a few more cards, Bird. Okay, so maybe this person wants to either put an end to you. This person that wants to come in all warm and fuzzy, and passionately wants to put an end to you and put you in poverty since you have this sudden wealth coming. Like, say all of a sudden, like, you think your knight in shining armor's here, you run off and you elope Next thing you know, you get your inheritance and this guy's like in charge of it or gets half of it. Like, let's just wait this out, okay? So, Bird, I need one for poverty. Tell me more about this poverty. Someone either coming in from the past, either someone you're nostalgic about, or somebody who's, I don't know, related to you that you may not have talked to for a while. I'm thinking now like they may not even be sending in, well, it does say courtship. Just be careful of sketchy family members that you already are aware of. They want to come in saying like, oh, I regret not being with you. You're the love of my life. So maybe this is an ex. It does look like somebody returning from the past. You know, I've tried to move on. Oh, and double Scorpio. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Like, with all these cups here, like, this person is legitimately full of emotions. And as I notice here, one of those cups, two of those cups have red stuff in it. So wine, blood, and the other one's green. That's poison. So maybe somebody in the past, either a Scorpio or somebody from your family or an ex that they sent in tried to do something along these lines to you to put a quick ending to you. It didn't work, which is why they're trying to finish this up quickly before they have some sharp, sudden ending and will journey. Where are they journeying? Where... This is you. Escape. They're trying to escape ruin. They're trying to learn maybe from the past, or maybe the journey is you learning from the past because you avoided this Ten of Swords. Because I'm looking at this reverse Ten of Swords, and you know, this could either mean that you avoided this happening to you because you've learned from the past, or it could be they're trying to avoid this Ten of Swords from something in the past, something that they've learned from and maybe are trying to perfect and this time get the job done, finally put an end to this cycle, which is you. So either you don't get the sudden wealth or they don't lose their wealth. Bird, as always, thank you so much for coming in. I just love you to pieces. I'm so thankful to have you. At the bottom of the deck, it looks like, see, this reminds me of the Hierophant. You can be talking about business, churches. This is the Hierophant in the reverse. Also groups like Masons. You could be challenging the tradition. You could maybe have gifts that they have had to jump through many hoops and sacrifices for that you just have naturally, which is unconventional. And maybe you're someone who doesn't conform like myself and gets herself in Facebook jail because you're always trying to get the truth out there. My best advice to you, and I can't emphasize this enough, is lay low. Not this time. Okay? No flowers, no chocolates, no returning from the past, no anybody wanting to bring sorries to you for something they've done in the past, especially if you think they're affiliated with any of these groups, including your former boss, even your dad. It's no, stuff your sorries in a stack. And I don't even want to say stuff your sorries in a stack because I'm not answering the door, and neither should you. That's it, everybody. I hope I see y'all back here next time, and take care. I love you guys.